Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bowhunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to talk about why I prefer to hunt out of a tree stand rather than a saddle. Now, I am not a saddle hunter. Matter of fact, I took a bunch of crap on the video I did last year for reviewing John Tucker over there, his Tacta saddle model, his first. He's got a new and improved one out now too. Makes incredible saddles, but him being one of my best friends, I did a review on that saddle for him, and I put it on my YouTube channel so people could find it. And then people, and they could learn more about it. And a lot of the complaints that were had on that were that, oh, this guy doesn't know nothing about hunting. He doesn't know how to hunt out of a saddle. Yet I said it in there 5 times in the video that I don't hunt out of a saddle. Here's why I don't hunt out of a saddle, okay? Nothing wrong with them. Like I said, I hunt with John all the time, who makes probably the best saddle there is out there. Arguably, some of you guys will argue, because if you already have this, you're going to say it's the best. I get it, whatever. But everybody I know that has one loves it. I'm not interested in hunting out of saddles, not even remotely. And there's a few reasons for it. Now, they are fantastic. They are light, they are functional, and they are the safest setup you can have, because with a saddle, you take out the equation of having to hang this tree stand. With a saddle, you climb up your sticks, and when you get to height, or your steps, or whatever you're using, when you get to height, boom, you lock on with your rope, which would be set higher than what I am here. I'm in a tree stand, but you would set your tether line, lock in, you're done, your bridge is set, you're safe. You're never doing the hanging of a stand, the transitioning to and from a stand, taking the stand off your back and hanging it. There is none of that that's happening. So there's nothing safer out there than a saddle. There's nothing out there lighter weight than a saddle. But that's, in my opinion, that's about where the benefits kind of really max out for me. Like I said, I know a lot of people that hunt out of a saddle and they'll never go back to a tree stand. I get that, totally understand. For me, I do a lot of all-day sits. But then again, arguably, so does John, and he's in a saddle all day long. So I get the pros and cons to either side, or to each their own. It's all a preference thing. But for me, the main reasons that I don't is because I want the comfort factor of this. I can stand just like this, and then when I get tired of being on my feet, I can sit down. If I want to sit down, I can sit down all day long. If I get tired of sitting and my back starts to get sore, I can prop that seat up, kick back, and relax like this, and use it as a leaning post like this if I want to. It gives me a lot of options, but it also gives me shooting options that I really like having, that are important to me. For example, here in my yard, we got plenty of open space, but in the real world, there's sticks and branches, and I got little shooting holes. What I like about a stand is it gives me the option to shoot those. So if I got deer that are coming through, I have the option of doing all of these motions. I can go from here. Now, let's just get back. With a saddle, you can shoot 360 degrees around a tree, okay? Without fail, you sure can. I can do that now too, because I can use it in full-blown tree stand mode and shoot everything over here, all the way around, everything I want, but I can't shoot this, right? Well, I can, because I can take this and set that prusik, and now I'm set up just like a saddle hunter is, and I can put that bow right here. I shoot with a good cant. I can lean that bow in and shoot right here. I put the bow right over the rope and shoot right here. So I can actually saddle hunt in this setup, and I can use this as another form of relaxing and chilling if I want to on a tree. It's not quite saddle, but it does the same purpose. So I have those luxuries if I want them. But what I need to know, what I really like having, is the ability to do this. So if deer come in and are moving, I can go from my bow being here at this position to this position to this position to that kind of stuff anywhere I want to. Or I can even get right down on here like this and shoot. But look at the height that I gain in clearing for shooting windows and stuff. That's important to me. I don't want to give that up. So at any place I'm at, anywhere I am, if I come in and they're there, I can squish down low if I got to get under something, over something a little bit, or I can go all the way down just like this and still be able to make that shot. I have that flexibility to be able to do that. When you're hanging from one point right here with this, again, on a saddle tether, it would be up higher, but when you're hanging there like that, you don't have that luxury. So let's say that's probably about the right angle, I'm guessing, just trying to mock this up. But from here, I can't get that down. I don't have the option to gain much of that up and down ability here. A little bit, but not a lot that I can do, especially if this is going from here to here where a bridge is. You get the pivot ability, but I don't get that luxury. So that's one factor for me that makes it different. But the comfort factor is the biggest one. I don't mind packing the weight in to be able to gain the comfort I do on all-day sits. Now this one here I learned from watching my kids and setting their setups up with ladder stands all these years. I don't like the floating effect that you get from a saddle. Now this may be psychological, but of all the stands that I would put my kids in when they would hunt out of ladder stands, when they would get busted, I figure a lot of it had to be done to the fact that in a ladder stand, you have a seat right here. That seat does not fold up, okay? And then you have a platform. So they sit on a ladder like this, and here they are, and their feet are on that stand. When they go to shoot, they stand up, and their body floats out here away from the tree. See how I'm floating out here in space? Okay, I don't like that. So I started putting them in where there was a lot more trees in between them to block that, so that the deer would not see this person up there in the sky floating out here this far away from the tree. When you saddle hunt, your feet are on that tree, but your body still is starting to float out here like this. Now it's not horrible, but you start getting that floating effect. It's okay for saddles because of the fact that you're facing the tree and you're going to shoot them when they come by. I get all that. I do the same thing. I don't want to shoot deer coming to me. I want them coming by me. But I like, personally, in my mind, having the ability to be right here hunkered in on this tree if they're coming by. But see how there's no light between me and the tree? I look like I am part of the tree as I'm here, and then as they come by, they start to come in, and they come in, and I'm right there. Boom, boom, that's it. Nothing to it. Okay? So for me, there's a lot less movement involved, and I don't like that floating out here feel. I like the ability to flip up a stand. That's also the reason I never liked hunting out of climber stands, because they kept you away from the tree. You didn't have that luxury on a lot of them. Now some you do, but you didn't have that ability to get right next to that tree, and I want to be right against that tree. Those deer come by and they're standing, and he stops right here for some reason. He looks up. It's hard for him to see me here. But if I'm out here from that tree and he looks up, he's going to see me. So for me, that's a big factor. And again, it's probably only psychological. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people killing a lot of animals out of saddles today. So I'm not taking anything away from a saddle. I'm simply stating why I choose to not hunt out of a saddle, why it's not the right thing for me. And now with this rock harness that I'm wearing, in this setup, I actually have the best of both worlds. Any benefit you could get from a saddle other than the weight, I don't understand what the big deal about the weight is. I mean, it's not like we're hiking I'm not doing 12 or 15 miles with a stand on my back. You know, I'm not doing that. I mean, the most of the stands I go to are 2 miles in, and those are rare. Usually it's between a mile and a quarter, and some are even, 500 yards. But the majority of my stand sites are about that mile mark. Carrying in a difference of 4 or 5 pounds more weight by having a stand over not having a stand, having a saddle and a platform, especially if you're using steps and things like that. But I mean, realistically, you're talking 5-6 pounds of weight, 7 pounds. I don't care. It's nothing to it. It doesn't bother me, especially because I hunt all day. But having the comfort and the freedom and abilities that I get from the stand matter to me. The only thing that was missing was the ability for me to shoot here. Deer that come in back here, if they're coming this way by accident and they're cutting across, I can't shoot here because I'm like, I can't get out far enough on my stand. Look at, I'm about to fall off, but I almost could, but it's kind of tricky. And when you got that shoulder strap, it doesn't let you do that. With this system, now with this and having that little tether on there, I can do that stuff all day long. I can run right in here and shoot right through here. I can run right through here and shoot right through there, and that limb is just not hitting that tree, and I am perfectly golden all the way. If I need a little more distance, I give myself a little more distance. So I have that capability of saddle hunting now from my actual stand setup, and I have the ability of using it as a tree stand. So can't go wrong any way you cut it. But as far as I'm concerned, I won't be in a saddle. Even though my best friend makes one of the best saddles ever made, I prefer to use a stand. But if you're looking for a good saddle and you want one, that's probably one of the most comfortable and definitely the most feature-packed, one of the best saddles out there. Check out, I'll put a link down below for you for Tactus Saddle. John builds some of the most amazing saddles. I think he sold almost 1,000 of these things now, and everybody just raves about them. And they're 100% custom made to your body. So there's a lot of bonuses to those saddles. A lot of great things that you can do with those saddles. And he makes, like I said, his They're just super fine-tuned and perfect and custom-made, handmade by him, not made in China, not sewn somewhere else by somebody who doesn't care, 100% made by him. It doesn't get any better than that. So if you're looking for a saddle, go that route. But these are the reasons that I personally choose to not use a saddle when I'm tree stand hunting. And I'm also just too fidgety. I'm too moving around, setting stuff down. I got my water bottle on there. I got a bag of Doritos sticking there. I got packs. I can't do that when I'm just on a little bitty platform stuck in a tree. I don't want to. This is a whole world. This is almost got the comforts of home right here. And that's what I want when I'm going to be out there for 12 hours. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.